Well, we are back in the building. Welcome back to another great week. I'm so happy to be here and stuff this week. I made it, guys. I made it past the it wasn't the impossible gig, but it was a struggle, guys. I have been hurting almost all week long because of this gig. And we're going to talk about it and stuff today. We are going to talk about it. I've got a few great topics and stuff to talk about, and then we're going to get into some Q&A. I appreciate all my early birds and stuff here. So before we get started, you know how we do. If you could please let me know in the chat if you can hear me okay, if you can hear my voice, so that I can make sure that as I'm going forward, I'm not just doing this and you guys are getting static or whatever it is. So let me know in the chat. Give me a thumbs up. Tell me it sounds good. Whatever it is you need to do, just let me know that my levels and everything sounds great. Oh my goodness. I'm telling you, it's like all of this area right here is struggling today. Like all of this area. I was on the struggle bus, man. All right, let's see what we got. Loud. Okay. Loud, old and clear. Old. Oh. Romeo Gray. Okay, everybody says good. All right, good. Okay. So I'm not going to hold you up. We're going to jump right into it. We've got some guests and stuff in here, which is fantastic. Well, not guests on the show, but we've got some, you guys are here. So we'll get in guests. I'll get to that towards the end of the stream and stuff today. So let's get into it. All right. So we had the big function this past weekend. Now, it was big in the sense that, I had to bring all my uplights. I had to use all my uplights. I had to use cold sparks. I had to do a production ceremony setup, and I had a time. Now, the good news is that I'm going to just take a second and give a round of a freaking applause to my equipment. And let me just give that. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but hopefully you can. But my equipment did fantastic. Nothing at all had a problem or anything. So if you look right here, straight up here, you see that I had the photo booth out. Here's the first great thing that happened on this event. If you see behind there, I did not bring that hedge wall. That hedge wall was supplied by the couple, as well as their not really monogram, but like their sign that's in cursive and everything that they wanted in the background. It came out great. So they had all that. All I had to do was bring the props and bring the actual booth itself. And then you could see that this is my setup and everything right here. Now, if you are looking at your screen, whatever you're looking at me on, if you look to the right of that tripod, you'll see that there's a cross out there. That cross is where the ceremony and everything happened. So I had to do Cole Sparks and ceremony down that hill, and then we were up here for the actual reception and everything. So I can just tell you that I got there. It was in Georgia. It took me 2.5 hours to get there, and then I got there 4 hours early, maybe like 3 hours 45 minutes, but I'll just say 4 hours early. And it took me about 3.5 hours just to get everything to where it was either attainable, easy to grab, all ready to set up, ready to rock and roll, everything tested. It literally took me that. So I almost needed more time because I barely caught content and stuff prior to. Like, I think I just finished the gig log and stuff on this, putting this one together. And I think that it, I started the video when I already had everything set up. And usually, I kind of show you the before and have time to I had none of that. I had zero time. So, anywho, with the setup and everything here, we used the Maui 44 G2s, and I went back to the Focus Spot 4Zs and stuff, because the wash lights from Shed, like, they were great and all, but I wanted to be able to put a design and stuff on the floor and still give, my movement, and these were reliable. I trust these. This was a bigger wedding. And for some reason, I just like all my trusted equipment and stuff at a larger wedding, because these guys are expecting a lot. I mean, you could see where we're at. I mean, there's a huge lake behind us. There's houses and stuff all there, all behind those. So it was a country club. It was everything that you can anticipate a country club would be. So it was absolutely fantastic, and I just wanted to make sure that my equipment was not the equipment that they pointed us in. Oh my God, that's their DJ. I just didn't want that effect. So, so everything here is the setup here. Let me show you the ceremony. If I can get over to it. There we go. All right, here's the ceremony. So I was able to go ahead and use the Yamaha mixer. And guys, let me just tell you, to cover the entire ceremony, I used the Bose S1. And that thing is a champ. Another round of applause for the Bose S1. It covered everything. I had 2 lapels, and I had 2 microphones going. I had the Phoenix PTU 71A, and then I had the 2 Audio Technica wireless lapels, and I hooked them in there. And then the one of the people who were using one of the mics, he had a guitar. It hooked right into the Bose. I just hooked the Yamaha mixer right into the top port. He used the second port, and we were off to the races. But it covered my entire crowd. I mean, look at this crowd. I mean, that's a big crowd, right? Like, I mean, you see that, you're like, there's no way. And even the coordinator came down and said, wait, that's the speaker that you're using? Is that going to be enough? And I was like, yeah, you'll be able to hear this speaker back up there where you are. And she was like, oh, okay. Because even when I did a sound check and stuff, I walked around to make sure you can hear it everywhere. I was still able to Bluetooth my iPad in while all this other stuff was going on to play the couple of songs that I needed to play. And it was fantastic. It was fantastic. So I will give 5 stars to the Bose S1. It is official. Like, I love my Maui 5 Go, but in situations like this where you got to do more of a production style, I'll probably bring out this Bose S1, and it probably wouldn't hurt to have a second one. Who knows? I don't know if I'll need a second one. I mean, I think that's close to 150, 175 people and stuff out there. Covered the whole thing. I was just proud. I was looking like a proud papa over there. Like my kid had just done great. So it was freaking fantastic, man. I absolutely loved it. And then the send off. Oh my goodness. I've got some video. I captured some video of the send off. Let me show you and stuff here. Yeah, here's your send off and everything here. So they kind of walked through, and Tanner just threw his jacket and everything there. And, you know, we almost had a moment there. They were supposed to come all the way through, but he stopped right at the Cold Spark, and he almost dipped her into the Cold Spark, which would have been horrible. But, you know, when it's end of the night and you're just trying to get to your next thing, you know, you never know. You never know. You're probably not going to remember everything that was told to you. And it sucks sometimes. But I'm hoping, this photographer said that she's going to send me this image and stuff here, and some images and stuff from the night. So I'm hoping that she captured some good stuff here. And they also had a videographer as well, and was able to capture this moment. But that paled in comparison to their big send-off. Like, that was just like the beginning part. Here's the second part. You know, this thing looked like we were in Disney World. I mean, literally, that's them down there at the dock at the bottom, and that image is going to be crazy. And then you've got the fireworks and everything over the top. Like, whoa, man, these guys really shelled out some cash for this. I mean, I don't think I've ever seen anything like this in person. I think I've only seen this available on like somebody else's social media feed. Let me see if I can play it one more time. There it is. And this is incredible, guys. I mean, they did this. I will kudos to them. They did this. This is amazing. So I say all that to say that overall, you know, it was a 5-star wedding. I was able to get a reel out of it. If you haven't seen my reel on Instagram, I got a reel out of it. I was editing and I saw that my camera had captured, you know, a couple of reactions from a mix and stuff that I was doing. And so I just put it together, turned it into a reel, and threw it out there. But yeah, overall, it was a 5-star wedding, man. It was incredible. Now, the part that hurt and stuff was when it was 10 o'clock at night, and I'd already been sweating and hustling and bustling and doing all this, that, and the other. And then 10 o'clock at night, you got to take all of this stuff down and then pack it up neatly, because you don't want to ruin your stuff, and then turn around and drive 2.5 hours home. Needless to say, I was dead the next day. I didn't take any phone calls. I didn't send any emails. And usually I'm like on that stuff, but not that Sunday. I just laid back. I just recouped. It was crazy. So anyway, that was the gig. That was the last wedding of June. I've got a potential client that wants me to do an engagement party on July 1st, but that may have been my last gig for June. I don't have one this weekend, but possibility of next weekend, and I think I have a July 4th function. I can't remember because my schedule is all over the place. But anyway, I just wanted to show you guys, you know, what type of night it was. It was insane. It was crazy. I've got the gig log ready and locked and loaded. I've got 2 other ones locked and loaded for you guys. So every Sunday for the next 3 weeks, there's going to be a gig log, including videos all in between. So I hope you like JayBook, because I'm coming into your living rooms, guys. I'm coming to your phones, your living room. I'm coming every avenue I could think of. I'm trying to throw content and stuff on against the wall to see what sticks. So that's it. All right, let me get some water, and then we're going to topics. Oh yeah, all that standing is taxing on the legs. You bet. My legs were on fire, especially my knee. My knee was on. Oh man, my knee was on fire. I'm gonna have to figure out something. I don't know. I think the second half of the year, there's so many great things that's going to be available. You know, new booth coming. start to use the Rev 7. Like any gig that I have from now until September, I will be using the Rev 7. So Rev 7 will be more acclimated. I can't wait because it's going to start to switch up, and we're going to get into some better stuff, in my opinion, some newer stuff. You guys have seen the other stuff long enough, so it's time to move forward. All right, so let's talk about some topics today. All right, what we got first here? All right, so first topic that we have today is we're going to talk about this little guy. All right, so here's our first topic. We're going to talk about the new lighting controller from JayBook. Now, they actually have a couple of different products and stuff out. We're just going to talk about two of them. But I thought at first when I saw this that this was JayBook's answer to the Wolf Mix. And I was like, upon looking at this thing, I was like, there's no way. This thing is $300, and it has something called ILS command. And because I don't deal too much with JayBook, I didn't know what ILS stood for. I had no idea. So apparently it stands for Integrated Lighting System. And when I look further into that, integrated lighting system means that roughly it means it's pre-programmed. So there's like different programs that are already done within the fixtures, and you can access them and fire them up with this guy. And so, like I said, I saw this and I immediately thought, were they trying to one up? But no, that's not what they're doing here. This is just for them to be able to tap into lights and stuff that already have, pre-programmed stuff on here. But I didn't see really what the need for this was. I didn't see what the want or the need for this was. And it's weird because, I've had lighting boards and stuff. Like I think I had a DMX 512 or something like that. And it was, it was like that long rectangular board, and it's got the wheels and stuff on it you're supposed to use to turn your moving heads, and I just found that too much on my brain. So of course when the ADJ Airstream DMX bridge came, it made a little bit more sense and stuff to use that. You get an iPad and you could set it up and turn it a certain way with the iPad, but then I would start to have small connection issues and stuff like that. And then they introduced this beautiful machine right here, and this machine has just really taken the cake. I see other DJs starting to catch on to it and see that it is definitely worth the investment to get a Wolf Mix from ADJ if you want to control individual and wireless lights. It is the answer for all lighting to me, because they have so many different brands and everything that they deal with. This JayBook one is strictly for JayBook. You can't, from what I understand, you can't program anything into this. You can't take an off brand or uplight or anything like that and program anything into it. But like I said, this was the closest thing I saw that somebody attempted to put out that kind of replicates the JayBook. Replicates the Wolf Mix and stuff. And I just thought it was interesting. I didn't know how to feel about this. So you guys let me know what your thoughts and stuff on this, because this is it's interesting. It's interesting. So let me show you what else they came out with. So I'm gonna take that off. The next thing that they came out with is the Intimidator 360X. Now, let me look at a couple notes on here. Now, I told you the other thing was like $300. Okay. Would you guys like to take a guess at how much this light right here is? Just this one light. Now, you don't even get two for this price, so that just lets you know that I'm thinking of something crazy. Let me know in the chat what you guys think, how much this light and stuff is. Now, it looks like it's a sturdy light, but all JayBook lights look like they're sturdy. Now, I can tell you that I don't see where this one compares to something else I have. Now I'm going to give you a couple of features on this guy. So this guy is water resistant. So if it rains, it supposedly won't get damaged and stuff. You just, you can't submerge it, but it can rain on it. And, it's supposed to have a built-in RF receiver, for wireless control. That's what it says. And it's got dual rotating prisms. Now these are the highlighted features of this light. How much you guys think it is? Let me see what you got in the chat here. You got 1200, you got 360, you got 700, you got, I can't see that last one, Lord Geo. Is that 1600? I don't know why it's so blurry over there. 1600. All right. This light, ladies and gentlemen, is $18.99 for one light. It is the cost of a Rev 7 for one light. One light. And the only feature that I found interesting was water resistant. Now, me personally, I don't care about water resistant, because here's my thing. What good is the lights being water resistant if the rest of your equipment is not? Because if it starts raining and you're in the open, I'm not just going to leave my lights out there. Well, you know what? Just leave the lights and grab my board. What? No, we taking everything. Like, I don't understand why that's the highlighted feature of this guy. But I mean, I hear a lot of other, especially the northern guys, you guys in Jersey and stuff like that. You guys use Chauvet and stuff a lot, and I know that ADJ has its reputation and all that stuff. I just haven't had a lot of problems and stuff. I'm not saying that this guy has problems and stuff like that, but for that price, I think for the Focus Spot 4Zs at the time that I bought them, they were like, I don't know, like $1,500 or something like that a piece. And I just don't understand why lights get so expensive. I mean, you can buy those shed lights that I had, the ones that I showcase and stuff on here. You can buy those for, I think it was like $7 something or $6 something a piece. And I mean, it will suffice. It'll cover it. I just don't see why we need to spend so much money and stuff on lights. Like, that's the only regret I have with the Focus Spot 4Zs. I think I was trying to keep up with the Joneses when I had that. And, being able to say, oh, well, I've got a $1,500 light a piece, so $3,000 I spent on light. I think I was trying to keep up with the Joneses with that. I think I just should have sufficed with the NO Spot Pros. I think I would have been just fine with those. I mean, I still use them. I still got them. I use them during prom, and they're still fantastic. They'll still get the job done. So, I mean, just be careful when you guys are buying stuff like this, because, it's the latest and greatest. It's the new stuff. I mean, DJ Expo is coming up. You guys can check this out at the Chauvet display. I'm sure that they'll have something where they tell you this is our best light to date. Yeah, all of them are. I think the focus spots are now up to like 8 or 9, and the 4 is just fine. I don't need it to have more wattage. I don't need it to, because here's the thing. A lot of places that we DJ at always are complaining about how much wattage we take up anyway. So why would I save yourself the headache? Get you a light that is about to be discontinued, that is usable, like something that may have cost $1,100 before, but because they're not going to make them anymore, you can get it for $700. It'll work the same. Trust me. Don't fall for the trap. Don't fall for the trap. I'm just saying, guys. I'm just saying. Nothing against Chauvet, by the way. Nothing against them. I just, I use the Wash FX, and I love them. I think that's one of the best lights that they make. Can't complain about the Wash FX. If, it has gotten me through a lot of functions, and it is a great light to be able to have 2 of. It does the job. I haven't seen really any other light come close to what that thing can do. I love it. Absolutely, way better than derby lights. Love the UV on it. Love the strobe on it. I mean, it is fantastic. I probably will never get rid of those things. Why? Let me know what you guys think in the chat, man. Let me know. All right. Next topic. Now, I saw this next topic and stuff on DJ Idea Sharing, and I wanted to bring it here because now I know we've talked about something similar to this and stuff in the past, but I wanted to bring this up because I this week, especially Sunday, when I had a chance to really kind of recuperate, I just took time and just watched some other DJs' videos. You know, I didn't comment or anything like that on there. I didn't want to do anything like that, but I didn't comment. I just listened for their MC skills. You know, I just listened for it. And what I found out is that a lot of DJs are corny as hell. And it is just, it is bad. It's bad. It's bad. I tend to probably only do about, I don't know, maybe 10% of the time I'm DJing, I'm talking on the mic. Now, I know I have to talk for introductions and things of the sort, but I was watching for, you know, when these guys do intros and when these guys talk during their mixing. And I can tell you right now, I just don't get it. Okay, let me give you a for instance. It's always Overboard. And I'm not going to mention any names because I don't want to rival. But if you guys see these guys and stuff on, on YouTube or just Instagram or whoever you see that on, you know, you can understand what I'm talking about. But it's like when you take the mic and you go out to the floor and you say, is this side ready to have some fun? Yeah. Oh, how about this side? Is this side ready to have some fun? What about the people down the middle? Are you guys ready to have some? You know, we're here tonight to put these two and stuff together because love is such an amazing thing. And let me just tell you that if you could put love in a bottle and sell it, these guys would have bought 3 cases of it. And, you know, tonight is just a celebration of all that, you know, it just goes on. And then during the set, during what they're playing and stuff like that is like, oh, I'm sorry. I skipped the part. During the time that they're doing introductions and stuff like that, it's like, you know, let me hear you make some noise for this person. All right, keep that energy going and make some noise for this person. And you know what? You got to follow that up with a big cheer for this person. And it's cringy. It's cringy. It really is. It is horrible. I hate it. I absolutely hate it. I mean, literally, all you got to do is say, all right, ladies and gentlemen, we're about to have introductions, and you guys make sure you cheer them on as they come out. First up, we've got this one. Boom, come on out. Next up, we got this one. Boom, come on out. And you just keep going. And then, ladies and gentlemen, please rise to your feet and make some noise for our bride and groom for the second time. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah. All right, we're going to have first dance. Come on. Doom. Done. Last thing I heard was when during the sets. Like during the sets, you should be talking with these. These right here. These are your ally. Talk with these. Please, guys, don't be on the microphone. Say corny stuff. Oh man, we're gonna have us good old hoedown tonight, I guess. What? It was so cringy, and I saw a lot of it. You know, this whole wave, you know, when I first started YouTube, there was not a lot of DJs and stuff on YouTube and stuff. And then when those guys, you know, the bigger guys started coming on and stuff like that. Like, I know a lot of people took a lot of stuff from them, and you know, that's just a style. It's like a courtesy style and stuff like that. And I get it. I get it. Everybody has their way. Everybody has their way. But my gosh, my gosh, it is tough. It's tough to see, you know, if you want to laugh a little bit, just go check out some DJ's video. Just look at it. You don't have to comment because, you know, you're not there to bash. I'm just saying, sometimes some people have some good ideas that maybe you never thought of, but the majority of the time it's kind of like, whew, that wouldn't fly here. I mean, I said that a lot. Like, ooh, people don't expect me to be here. You know, one thing that the photographer who I've never met in a whole nother state, whole nother city, said to me and stuff this past Saturday, she was like, you know, you one of the best DJs that I have ever heard. And I've heard a lot of DJs and they're just really corny, and you've got a really, you know, great personality. And I'm like, thank you. That's what I try to portray. I don't try to be anything other than myself. Like, this thing doesn't give you the opportunity to be a radio personality at a wedding. That's not what they want. They want for you to hype up the crowd but do that during the set, not for introduction. Like, just tell them one thing during the introductions and move on. And then when the crowd and stuff is there, and you got them rocking and stuff like that, you could say, throw your hands up, like, get them up, you know, because you hyping up the crowd. That's fine. But man, we got to do better, guys. we got to do better. It kills me. It kills me. And, you know, we are what the younger guys who they look up to. You know, if we're putting this out on video, the younger guys who are coming up, who are trying to learn, what do you think they're doing? They're just learning off of that. So I'm not here to tell you certain words or certain phrases or certain terms and stuff like that need to be retired. That's not what I'm here to do. I'm here to tell you that you've got to be yourself. As long as you are courteous to the crowd and the customer, the client, you've got to be yourself. They hired you for a reason. And if you don't feel comfortable with this, then you need to hire somebody who is great with this. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I'm not bashing anybody, you know, specifically. I'm just saying we got to change this. It is cringy. Let me know in the chats if you agree and stuff with me. If you're watching this on replay, let me know in the chat. If you know somebody like that, or if you're like that and you want to change it, that's fine too. We're all here for change. I'm not ranting. I promise. I'm not ranting. I thought about that on Sunday, and I said, you know, that would be a good topic and stuff. So like I said, I saw that on DJ Idea Sharing. I just wanted to put that out there. You guys still with me and stuff in the chat? I see you guys going, hell, look at all these laughing emojis. Look, come on, man. Oh, Sosa's, don't come in here with names and stuff, man. I'm not. No. I'm not doing names. I'm not doing names. Man, this is a lot. Oh, Highway Kurt. Yeah, you're right. Some of these DJs, I wonder about the skills. I do wonder about the skills a little bit. That's right. Let your mix do the talking. You guys feel me? It just depends on the DJ sometimes. That's just their personality. I get it. That's why I say, you know, I guess at the end, you've got to do what works best for you, I guess. I just don't come to my event doing that. I tried to stay serious when I said that, but I couldn't. I couldn't stay serious. Okay. Don't bring that down here. We don't do that here. Doggone it. I don't do that. Oh man. I'm smitten right now. I'm sorry. All right, let me get back on track. Appreciate you guys checking me out, man. Whoever gave me that thumbs down, you're entitled to your opinion, but whatever. All right. So for our last topic and stuff today, let me take this thing off here. Hold on a second. Let's get this off. If I haven't said it already, I really appreciate you guys coming and stuff today, man. This is fantastic. The more you guys come, the more it makes me want to keep doing this. Okay, so all right, last thing I want to talk about and stuff today is I had an idea. And I really want your feedback and stuff on here. I had an idea when it came to residual income. Okay, you know, I'm all about residual income. I love when you can make money and stuff just on another avenue. You know, if you're a DJ who has, you know, a good bit of equipment, you know, sometimes you can rent a photo booth over here, send somebody to run it while you're over here DJing and you're making money there, or send Cold Sparks over here and it's making money. And I had another idea. Okay, so hear me out. Solstice, if you don't stop calling names out, stop it. Okay. So when I was at my wedding 2 weeks ago, I noticed that the guys, let me go big here. I noticed that the guys who were there, you know, I asked them, I said, you know, what are you guys here for? And he said that, you know, they were just there to do the dance floor. And it was a checker floor. And I said, you know, how much does it usually cost to rent the thing? And, you know, one guy kind of shrugged me off, and the other guy was like, well, I mean, I can tell you, I think a couple of times, I think it's about, you know, $1,200 for the day. All right, so check this out, guys. So I looked into just some pricing and stuff, and this is the kind of dance floor that these guys brought out. Okay. I looked into some pricing, and the pricing said that to purchase this floor right here, now this is in my state. I don't know what it is around you guys, but the price range is anywhere from $3,000 to $4,300, and that is a 20 by 21, so 20 length and 21 wide dance floor. Okay, now for these, now I can tell you personally, when I've done some of these Zoom calls and stuff, couples have asked me multiple times, do I myself offer the dance floor? And, you know, I always say no. And I've always wondered how much it costs for them to get a good dance floor and stuff out there. And this is just an extra, just added income. You could charge whatever you want to and stuff for this, but I see this quite often, especially at rustic places. If you have a lot of rustic venues and stuff in your area, this would be a great idea. You purchase the dance floor and sell it 4 times, and you've already made the money back for the dance floor. Anything after that is just pure profit. Now, what you do is you make sure that you have a team to take this up. Now, most venues will let you leave the dance floor there until the next day. So you can either come back and get it, or you can have a team come back and get it. But I think that this is an excellent way to make additional money, because there are so many clients that need this. So many clients need this. And all these old flimsy dance floors that, you know, sink in on grass and all that stuff, those are terrible. And yeah, it sucks to clean it and stuff like that, but we're talking about a mop and bucket. We're talking about a mop and bucket, clean it right up and be ready for show number 2. And in one weekend, you can sell 3 of these. You can do a Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, or Friday, Saturday, and you can just sell these. And then if you do that 4 times in a month, man, I mean, that's a lot of great residual income is what I'm trying to say. I'm thinking very, very hard about this, because this is something that you could still offer, you know, even if you're not DJing that weekend. You can have this floor go out and still make, more than what some DJs are charging. Think about that. Everybody needs every area. I know every DJ in here has to go do a country wedding somewhere, or a rustic wedding, or just some places you don't like the floor and you want to check a floor. So sometimes you just get the floor just because it looks good. It matches the decor. And guess what? They look for you. I think there's only 2 companies in my area. You guys know I try to do homework as much as I can. I think there's only 2 companies in the Columbia area that offer this type of floor. And you can be a third. Because guess what? When they're busy, that means somebody didn't get a floor. I think that this may be as good, if not better, than selling a photo booth. Because more people need this than they need the photo booth. So I wanted to bring that out. I know nobody's ever talked about it. I know it sounds crazy and stuff. I mean, it doesn't sound crazy when you think about what you could do with it. It really doesn't. It really, really doesn't. And maybe you have 2 forms of these. I think those LED versions, I think that's pointless. That's pointless. People are just going to destroy them. A light goes out. With this one, it is less maintenance. It is literally just cleaning it off and getting ready for the next one. But you have yourself a team, or if you don't want to pay somebody and you're just greedy or you're young, you can go out there and grab it next day. Whatever you need to do. But I just think that this will be a great way for you to be able to get some additional income and stuff in. And I think we should all think about it. So let me know in the chat what you guys think, whether or not I'm crazy or not. Because if I'm crazy, I'm crazy. But don't say nothing when I'm making $5,000 a month selling this thing and don't need a DJ. That's $60K a year. Just saying. Let me know what you guys think, man. I don't know. Sometimes I think about stuff and I don't even know if it's going to go over well. I didn't know if you guys are going to look at this and be like, what the hell is he talking about? Like, I just always look. My mind is always working to see how I could sell something that I don't have to necessarily work as hard and stuff on. You know, just have money and stuff come in because of little effort that you put in. I'm not saying that's a lazy thing. That's just what most people's mentality, I think, should be. I don't know. What you guys think? Let's see. Brad has asked me if you want to, those DJs that talks all the time. All right. Went to a wedding reception years ago and the venue owner told me DJ to announce. So y'all still talking about that stuff. Great show. Loyal fan and follower. Great show. Thank you. How is a packed dance floor like that? How isn't to pack a dance floor like that? I have a DJ in my area and 3 floors and tells me, well, he rents them out for $1,700. He rents them out 3 times a week. You hear this? You hear this? 3 times. Let me put this on the screen. I have a DJ in my area that has 3 floors. He tells me in a month he rents them out for $1,700. And he rents them out 3 times a week. I'm telling you, think about this. Don't look at that LED crap. You just need you got to see what the most common floor is. When I noticed that when people want to spend big money and they have bands and stuff like that out there, they like checker floors. I don't know what the deal is with checker floors, but checker floors. It's something different. I mean, like I said, it is an investment for 20 by 21, $4,300. Sosa's in the chat saying 30 by 30 from China. White floors, 10K, excuse me. Let's see. Yeah, my boy, I'm in business with color dancing. Why stop at dance floor if possible? Include tables, chairs, and linen. Well, I don't know now. Okay, Jeff. Now you may be going a little far from me. Now you're talking about a whole like party rental company. I don't want to start that. I just want one piece of the pie. Just one piece. because I don't want to have to come back and get tablecloths, and Bride don't like tablecloth. I just want a dance floor, because dance floor easy, because once you show them a dance floor, this is what you're going to get that day, and it's all good. You're not going to get like this different color crap, and the color don't match. I don't want to get into all that, because everybody don't pick white linen. I don't want to do all that. Makes sense. Not crazy. We always thinking a great point. Okay. All right. So that's the show. Well, let me not have you guys exit and stuff. No, that's all I wanted to talk about and stuff today. So feel free to now. I'm going to turn it over to you, and you can ask any questions and stuff in the chat. Now is Q&A. I hope you guys enjoyed it and stuff today. Sometimes it's a little difficult to come up with it, but sometimes it just kind of fall in your lap and stuff. So now we're gonna have a little Q&A. You guys ask any questions, ask away. Like I said, the schedule for videos and stuff, I've got videos galore, man. I've got videos coming out. I have one come out today. I'll have one come out tomorrow. Saturday will be a no day of video, maybe a reel. Sunday will be a gig log, and then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, back to that. And it'll just be videos constantly. You guys keep telling me in the comments of the videos that you liking the comments and stuff that's going, the content that's coming out. So I just keep shelling it out. I'm just going to shell it out. All right. DJ Lord Geo, what's happening? Any recommendations on DJing on a golf course to get power? Okay. I had a little issue with power and stuff this past weekend on the golf course, because they tried to plug fans and stuff. And when it be in summertime, they're going to try to get these big fans. So one thing you don't want to do is you don't want to get power off of a generator. If you get power off a generator, you could damage your speakers. Just because the low rating of the generator, and plus the way that the energy fluctuates in the generator, it could be damaging to your speakers. Now, I will tell you that if somebody can come off and get you a powerful connection, like they had this, I wish I would have taken a picture of this box, but it had this box. It was kind of rectangular, and it had, big plugs all the way around, and then they ran a main line to an area that there was nothing else plugged into it. And I ran the photo booth and my setup and stuff off of it because we were back to back. And as soon as they tried to put the fan and stuff on it, the breakers flipped. So I would suggest, on a golf course, one of the things, I didn't demand this, but I told the couple, they said, anything you need from me. And I just told them, look, I need 4 power sources, because you want me to do a production for your ceremony. I'm going to need a separate power source for that. You want me to do this big send-off? I need a separate power source for that. I need one for the photo booth if it's not going to be right beside me. And I need one for the DJ setup. So I just told her these are the things that I need. I can't give them what they want if I don't have these things that I need. So it wasn't like a demand. I just told her that, this is what I need to make your day special. And she said, say less. And the coordinator hooked me up and stuff when I was there. And the guy who was running the power for those fans, he understood. But they blew like 4 circuits on the other side trying to hook all those fans and stuff up. So when you see the video, you see a lot of drenched people because it was hot as hell. Not gonna lie. All right, DJ C-Load, the Mixing Wizard. Off subject for a second. I know it probably depends on location. If you don't mind me asking, how much do you charge your client for your cold sparks? Okay, so usually for cold sparks, and look, this may be different in other people's areas. So guys, please, you know what I always say, please do not take this information to say this is what I'm going to charge. Do your research and shop other places that offer cold sparks and see what they charge. Okay, so currently, for cold sparks, I charge $150 per box. So it is $300 for cold sparks right now currently. And I have 4 of them. So, if you want to do 4, it's $600. And this is I'm right in line with other competitors and stuff in the area. Right in line. So $150 per box. $600 for 4 is what I currently do. But definitely do your homework, shop around. That's me doing my homework. I think I'm maybe like $20 here, higher than one person. I'm way lower than some people. Some people think very highly of Cold Sparks, but I'm like $20 higher than what the lowest guy I found. So I think I'm right on there. I think he charges $125 and I charge $150. So good question. What's the best karaoke program? Well, the only one that I know is Sax and Dottie. Thank the Lord that I have not had to pull out karaoke anytime lately. And, I'm almost at the, well, you know what? I'm not almost at the point. I am at the point. If a client asks me for karaoke, and stuff at their wedding, I'm just going to tell them that I might not be the DJ for you. It's about that time, guys. You got to start turning stuff down. Look, if you wanted to have a karaoke sing-along, and and another thing, I hate when those uncles and those cousins and such come up and say, hey, at such and such's wedding, they let me sing and stuff. I don't know what you got for karaoke up there. And as soon as they say that, first thing I say, oh, I didn't bring the karaoke machine, and I don't really let anybody hold my mic. I don't say it like anal and stuff like that. I'm talking to you guys. That's how I think it. But I'm letting them know that we're not about to sing here tonight. They didn't pay you to do anything. Like, you should be there to listen to music and enjoy the time with your niece, nephew, whatever it is. But we're not going to be singing and stuff in here, because I give the mic to one, then you got to give the mic to somebody else. Oh, such and such mama want to sing too. No. We're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. So no karaoke. No karaoke. Especially if we didn't talk about it in the meeting. I'm not about to hand you the mic. I can give you a dummy mic and let the real person sing. How you like that? Oh, man. All right, Just Jeff. Good gracious. Sorry, guys. It is thundering like crazy. Hopefully it doesn't kick me off here. You hire someone else to handle all of the rental. Yeah, I mean, I know. But then, you got to see how much that costs. And you want to make sure that, you are still making good money and stuff off of it and treating your employees and stuff right, because, they got to go back out there and grab your floor and clean it and bring it back to you. So, yeah, just do some math and see what works. But I got some numbers. I'm thinking about it. This is one of those things that we talked about as stuff on the back end, when you're getting a little older. And, you still want to have a hand in the business, and you still want to be able to do certain stuff. You got to have some contingency plans, just something that, you could still do, still run certain stuff. I mean, you have too much knowledge not to utilize it to make you some money some way, somehow. All right. Across the park, hard hour. Are Cold Sparks hard to operate? Let me just tell you. Where's that video at? I'm gonna pull it up again. Show you this video and stuff again. Okay, so you asked me if Cold Sparks are hard to operate. So let me show you this. Take this down. You see how the video is taking place right where, I'm off to the left there with the camera. I'm literally taking a remote and hit one button. One button. I'm literally standing off to the side and waiting for them to get to a certain point. And bam, one button. And that's how easy it is. I mean, basically, you need about 5 minutes to set up a Cold Spark or 2 Cold Sparks. Because what happens is if you've already got the powder and stuff in it, which if you are going to a gig, I recommend you already have the powder in it. If you already have the powder in it, you powder in it, then you just need to add power to it, and it takes about 5 minutes to heat up, which is a button pretty much. So you flip the switch on, you hit the warm up button on your phone. What is wrong with me? On your remote. And then once it gets all the way up to, I think it's 500. I don't know if that number means 500 degrees or whether it's saying 500 Celsius or whether it's saying, 5 minutes. Either way, it heats all the way up to that point, and then it has a green light that comes on that says pretty much it's ready to fire. And then you just press the button on the remote and boom, there you go. It runs for probably about 15 seconds. And then you can rerun it back to back to back to back. So it's really not hard to run. You could send somebody out there with a remote and knock it out. I would just show them one time. I don't know if DJ Mike is here right now, but I sent DJ Mike with 2 Cold Sparks. He had never used them before. I showed him how to run it. I showed him how to space them out and stuff. He ran it with no problem first time. Real simple. Really, really, real simple. All right, let's see what else we got. Now that you are in the business for so long, what services would you look to retire? Oh, that's a good question. Maybe I should hold off on that question and use the... Hey, how about this? How about this, Romeo Great? Why don't I go ahead and add that to next week's show? Services that you should retire. How about I add that? That's a great topic. Let's see. I'm gonna type that right now. You can see I'm doing it live. Services you retire, and I'm gonna have multiple ones on here because I can think of 3 right off the top of my head. I know 3 right now, but I don't want to give it away because then you won't come next week. So yeah, I've got some good ones. All right, that's great, Romeo. Great, appreciate that topic. Let's see what we got here. Book, how do you flow in a DJ set? I'm still learning how to flow through a set with a nice consistency. Do you BPM jump or stick to it? Okay. If you saw my Serato playlist thing that I put up, which for some reason that video is going crazy. It's like if I put my list up, like people are like, yep, let me get that. I had so many questions about songs. It's like I'm so sick of answering questions about songs. But basically I just look at the crowd when I'm playing dinner background. And I'd probably say that only about 5% of the time I'm wrong on this. It's a very small amount of the times. Like the first wedding I had in June, I was wrong. I saw people tapping their feet and head bopping and stuff to certain music. And so I came out the gate firing, some music like that. And they looked at me and were like, not today. So, you just, I think I come out the gate, because here's my thought. If we've been sitting a long time, if you've had to do cocktail hour and then you sat down for dinner, then you had to wait for the formal dances, and then you had to wait for toasts and speeches, and you've been sitting down all this time, my first inclination is to get you up on the dance floor and let's get the heart moving a little bit. So I'll usually start off in like I think it's like 125, somewhere around that. Now, if things are moving quickly, then I'll kind of slow the pace down and maybe start off with a slow song and then come into something else. But for the most part, I'm coming out the gate hot, and then I'm just seeing what works. I have, a good bit of stuff that I use, and different songs for different strokes for different folks, and stuff. So I just see what works, but I'm about to do a little bit of revamping on my dancing music. I'm going to incorporate some different stuff, and we're going to switch some stuff up for the second half of the year and give these guys a new party and stuff. Because what I'm starting to run into is that, I do a great job with some of these events that when they shop me over to one of their friends or the next person in line, and that crowd doesn't necessarily like what this one has, but the couple likes that. So I'm running into, some of that sometimes, but for the most part, overall, the playlist and everything is just a little bit of everything. So they tend to like it. So out the gate hot, I'll probably go to that 125, come back down to about that 110 range, slowly make your way back down that way. and then play a slow song, and then jump out there with about 110, 115 and stuff again, and kind of work your way back up, and then kind of slow song and work your way back down. It's kind of a formula, but I don't pay attention to a lot. I just feel what's happening out there. If I see people like fanning and stuff like that, I know they need a break and they need to get off the dance floor. So, and that could just be heat, but who knows? All right, Solstice, I DMX mine as should you, to dial in the precise height. Oh, Solstice, come on, man. We got 3 different heights and stuff here. Okay, we got. Let's see, we got this height, and this height. Okay, I got 3 heights. I am not about to DMX that to have a whole nother cable and stuff running on the floor when I'm only running 2. Now I agree with you. I probably will do 4 and stuff, DMX and stuff like that. But you got to think about it. Really, the only reason that you would DMX and stuff in that case is so that all of them fire at the same time. Because you don't want to fire one and the signal hit one and not the other. But I mean, as far as the height and stuff, I'm good, bro. Oh man, yeah, those bags, man, yeah. I forgot who said, Lord Geo. I think that was you that was talking about Cole Sparks. Man, the bag of powder is expensive. It ain't expensive. It's expensive. You would do yourself a solid and get yourself the like little bundles and stuff where it'd be like $100 and some odd dollars, but you won't run out anytime soon. And sometimes it'll hold you over for the year. But if you're just like a party animal like Solstice is, and every client you get wants freaking Cold Sparks, then yeah, you're going to need to keep those things on retainer. All right, let's see. Jana had a video the other day and wanted to retire Monogram Facade. Is that going to be you too? Maybe. I mean, am I really going to retire Facade if y'all just saw me use the Facade? I'm just saying. I think Facade still has its benefits. I think it does. It still matches the core and people love it. I can't tell you how many coordinators appreciate the fact that I have something covering my table, because for some reason here, DJs think that it's okay not to cover your stuff, like to see all the wires, and I'm like, what? So when they see me and stuff, they're like, oh, okay, you got everything. Yeah, that'll work. You already know they want your place. Yeah. Well, after they see the gig loss coming on, they probably want it even more. And then, of course, we'll switch that up and stuff for the second half of the year. Got to retire this one. Every 2 years or so, I retire a big 300 and some odd playlist. And, I'll keep certain songs and stuff out of it, but I'll make a whole new 300 and we'll go from there. I mean, it's not a science, but I just like to switch it up. If you go back to some of my earlier videos and then go to videos and stuff now, it should be completely different. Let's see what else we got here. All right, so the remote control are way too unreliable. Oh, gotcha. Not for me. They work great. Book. Also, I was one of those people. Let me know how I can email you on that. Ain't no my how we're listen. Okay. Well, we gotta figure something out. I don't know. Maybe I can clean up my Dropbox and maybe Dropbox it to you or something like that. We'll figure something out. DJ Sosa, I ordered 20 other bags at a time, and yes, used for me all the time. Man, of course. See, only Solstice, man. Just Jeff, what subscription service do you use for music, and is it affordable? Jeff, have you been with us for a while? I thought I had said this and stuff before. Yeah, I use about I've actually used about 6 different record pools, but only found benefit out of the latest 4 that I use. And that's Direct Music Service. That's BPM Supreme. That's Crate Connect, and that's Heavy Hits. So those are the 4 that I found the most music and stuff from. Also, I get a lot of edits through Jordan Lee. He was a guest and stuff on the show here a while back. And he does a Patreon service where he'll get you some, not just you directly, but he'll do some edits and stuff for you. And, it's like a whole variety of stuff of edits. So I use a lot of his edits. I just get a lot of stuff, man. Like I deep dive every week on music. And what I'm going to be doing while I have a little bit of downtime is what every DJ should be doing. And that's going in your playlist and getting rid of songs that you don't use or you got duplicates of. It's time to clean house, baby. All right. Boom. DJ Lord Geo, a few people be hitting you up about gigs in New York. I sent them I'm booked days and I wanted me and plus a few people hitting you. I'm all loaded hard drive. I did have one guy hit me up for my hard drive. I don't think I'm gonna be doing all that, man. That just seems like that just gets too much in the way. Hayden Burke, yo, I had a garage roof leak and water got in my EV Evolve 50 electronics and XLR plug. Just found it a bit ago. I dried it off. Everyone's advice on how to save it. Wait a minute. Everyone's advice on how to save it and when to plug it back in. I'm not sure, my man. I'd probably let it, dry and stuff overnight and then, check it and stuff with like a wireless battery pack or something like that. Something you can plug it into that won't like explode like a full ass circuit, something like that. Is what my advice would be. That's how I would do it. Anybody like older 90s or 80s golden era use Beat Junkies? I tried Beat Junkies and stuff like that, man. It just, I don't know. It just wasn't my cup of tea. Maybe, that was a couple of years or maybe 3 years or something like that ago, but maybe I'll try them again. Who knows? All right, guys. Well, we did an extra 5 minutes and stuff today. So I hope you guys enjoyed the show. You keep coming with a fury, man. I love it. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and we'll be back again next week. Hopefully Thursday, 7 p.m. EST. I love to keep the shows and stuff going. You guys already know at least one topic that'll be happening. So we'll make that happen, and I'll come up with some more stuff for you guys. I really appreciate you guys stopping through, and I hope that if you have a gig this week that you absolutely crush it. And because I'll be relaxing this weekend. Yep, I will be taking time off, which is a good thing. So appreciate you guys. We'll see you next week. Follow me on IG if you want all things DJ JayBook. It's real simple. Just DJ JayBook. I got a lot more videos there than I've got over here. So, all right. Make sure you're living to strive and not to survive. We're out, people. Peace.